What if a killer's greatest weapon wasn't a gun, but a pen? A phantom who terrorized a nation and then vanished, leaving behind only a name and a puzzle. This is the chilling story of the Zodiac Killer, a ghost who haunted the streets of Northern California and whose shadow still lingers over one of America's most infamous cold cases. The tale begins not with a whisper, but with a scream, cutting through the silence of a lover's lane on a cold December night. The reign of terror commenced on Lake Herman Road in 1968. High school students David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen were parked, their date ending in an unthinkable tragedy as a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness. Their lives were cut short in a brutal execution-style attack that marked the Zodiac's violent debut. Months later, the horror repeated itself at Blue Rock Springs. Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau were sitting in their car when a man approached, blinding them with a flashlight before opening fire. Darlene died, but Michael miraculously survived, providing the first description of the attacker. Shortly after, a chilling phone call was made to the Vallejo Police Department. A monotone voice claimed responsibility for the attacks, a cold and calculated confession that was only the beginning of his twisted game with law enforcement and the public. But the Zodiac's true stage was not the dark roads of California, it was the front pages of its newspapers. He began sending letters to the San Francisco Chronicle and other Bay Area publications, taunting the police and boasting about his crimes. These letters were his signature, each one signed with a cryptic crosshair symbol. More terrifyingly, they were accompanied by complex ciphers, coded messages that he claimed held his identity. Newsrooms were thrown into a frenzy, and a national obsession began as amateur sleuths and FBI cryptographers worked tirelessly to crack the codes. One was famously solved by a schoolteacher and his wife, revealing a disturbing message filled with misspelled words and a promise to collect slaves for the afterlife. The ghost now had a voice, and it spoke in riddles, cementing his legend as the ghost in the code. As the body count rose with attacks at Lake Berryessa and in San Francisco, the manhunt intensified. Police sketches were plastered across the state, depicting a bespectacled man with a stern face. But the killer remained elusive. Over the decades, dozens of individuals were investigated, but no charges were ever filed. The list of potential suspects is long and controversial, from the troubled Arthur Leigh Allen, whose life circumstantially lined up with the crimes, to more recent theories. One of the most compelling modern theories points to Gary Francis Post, a man whose photograph bears a striking resemblance to the police sketches, with independent investigators claiming to have cracked more of the Zodiac's ciphers, pointing directly to him. The question haunts investigators to this day. Was the killer hiding in plain sight all along? 5 confirmed dead, dozens claimed. After more than 50 years, the Zodiac's identity remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. The final, most complex 340-character cipher continues to baffle experts, its secrets locked away. As the fog rolls over the Golden Gate Bridge, it shrouds the city in an eerie silence, a reminder that some questions may never be answered. The killer is gone, but the ghost remains,